Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel, to TV Fanatic. So it's been how many since I've uploaded a video except for edits. Um, but I'm gonna try to be uploading more videos that aren't just edits again. So yay! And this one is gonna be about Roswell, New Mexico because I watched it pretty recently and I fell in love with it like a month ago. Things have just been hectic and I've been able to film or edit or upload this video yet, but I want to because I want to talk about Roswell, New Mexico. I want to fangirl because I'm obsessed. This is my newest obsession. And not just Roswell, honestly. Roswell, New Mexico, honestly, I love the entire show, all the characters, the friendships, the relationships, the storyline. But my favorite part, I'm not gonna lie, is Alex and Michael's relationship because I'm obsessed. They're actually the reason why I watched this for the first time. I'm, I did a Shadowhunters review. That would have been a few months ago because I watched that for the first time, and I made a comment. I think I might have mentioned it, but I don't know, but whether I did or did. But the reason why I watched it for the first time was because of Alec and Magnus, who still remains my favorite ship from that show. And Alex and Michael's why I watched this in the first place. I saw a lot of tweets about them on Twitter. I run in those circles apparently. And so I got curious and I wanted to see what the hype was, see who they were and their relationship, see if it's something I will end up loving, and it was, and now I'm obsessed. Honestly, right now on Twitter, every so often if I'm watching something or just something comes to mind, I'll tweet because I have like this Twitter where it's a multi fandom. I'll tweet about whatever show or movie I'm watching or think of at the moment. But honestly, right now, my two biggest obsessions are Roswell, New Mexico, mostly Malex, and Monster High the movie, the live action movie that just came out. So right now, those are my main tweets, and I'm not even kidding. But I'll tweet other stuff too. I'll link my Twitter if you guys want to follow me. But I love it. There's 4 seasons. I'm still hoping they'll renew it for a fifth season, like most fans are, cause like just ended. But we shall see. But I loved it. Like, where do I even begin? So, uh, the characters, they're all amazing. I don't think there's a character I don't like. Besides obvious villains, like out of the main characters, like the main characters, the important characters, I don't think there's a character I don't like. I obviously hate like the character I hate more than anything is Jesse Mays because of what he does to Alex and even Michael, and I'm just no. Alex is my favorite character for those of you that do not know, and he deserves so much better than he got his entire life, I swear. Um, when watched this first episode, I already knew two of the actors. Tyler Blackburn, who plays Alex. I watched him on Pretty Little Liars for years because that's one of my favorite shows. And then I don't remember his name in real life. It's slipped my mind. But the guy that plays Kyle, he was on The Vampire Diaries, which I also watched for years, and I absolutely love that show as well. So I already knew two actors. I was like, hey, I know him. Hey, I know him. And apparently Liz was on Grey's Anatomy. I do not remember her being on Grey's Anatomy, but I don't think she was on very long. And I think it was in the later seasons, which I have watched, but not as much as I've watched the earlier seasons. So I didn't realize that was her. But yeah, um, we got sidetracked, didn't we? But the characters are amazing. Liz is the main character. She she finds out about aliens at the very beginning. Because Max, her high school crush, um, saves her life, and he ends up having to come clean to her about what the heck just happened because he used his powers to save her life, and that's kind of how it all starts. Yeah, Max, Isabel, and Michael are siblings and they're aliens. And, and there's Liz, who finds out right at the beginning she's a scientist. There's Alex, obviously. You find out his entire family were like alien hunters, basically, but for generations, but he's obviously not for that. and not just because of his love for Michael. Like he's just a good-hearted person, so of course he wouldn't be for that. But I lost train of thought. Uh, but he helps him a lot as well. He's a soldier. He was at war for like 10 years. Then there's Kyle, uh, Liz's ex, also Alex's bully in high school, but now they're close and they become really good friends. I like that friendship. It's very underrated if you ask me. But I'll talk about friendships in a minute. But I'm pretty sure they all find out like in the first season. I mean Kyle finds out pretty early, just he doesn't tell anyone about it because he Jesse had recruited him. Of course he goes against Jesse when he realizes that this is wrong because the aliens are harmless. And then, um, yeah, those are the main characters that you meet at the beginning. I mean, you get introduced to other characters later on. Oh, there's Maria. How could I forget about Maria? Okay, Maria. She was in the dark the longest out of the main group. She doesn't find out until season 2, and it causes her a lot of problems with. She ends up not talking to anyone. um, from the group because she's really mad and she was in a relationship with Michael at the time, so uh, she ends up forgiving Alex before she forgives anyone else because she had fallen in love with Michael, who was Alex's ex, and she felt like now they're even. So yeah, um, but yeah, uh, the story started. I forgot to say it's 10 years after Liz's sister Rosa died. She, and she was made to look like a bad guy because she was looked like she was high or on drugs or drunk or something in a car and killed herself and two other people. So people hated her family because of it. Um, but that's how the story starts. And so I did characters. So storylines. I really like these storylines. I mean, season 1, it was mostly about the mystery of Liz's sister, about the truth about how it actually happened. I'm gonna try not to be too spoilery, but that's gonna be hard for me, especially when I get all fangirly, because that will happen. Then there's season 2. What's season 2 about? My mind's going blank. Oh, I guess season two's main villain is Jesse because of the finale. Like they Jesse is trying to destroy the aliens, basically. And of course, Alex has to stop him. Well, not just Alex, like the entire group has to stop him. Then there's season 3, um, which is with Jones and Michael's dad. And then there's season 4. You finally see Oasis, the aliens' home planet, and um, the villain there is Clyde. He uh, who worshipped Jones and is trying to finish what he started. So yeah, um, and then whereas friendships go, because the show had some great friendships, I just feel like they could have utilized them more, especially later on. After a while, I feel like they just kind of tossed away. I guess that's my real only issue with the show, because like I said, I loved it 10 out of 10. Um, I love the friendship between Alex and Kyle. Um, how Kyle used to bully Alex in high school, and then um, but now they're. I like this one quote. Kyle says, "I think it was in season 2," um, and he was talking to that girl he started liking. I think it was her. I don't remember her name. She wasn't on very long. And then he was like, because they were talking because they both were like bullies or whatever in the past, and he said the guy I bullied the most is now the one of the only people I can count on. I don't know why I like that quote, but I do. And after season 2, though, I feel like they just kind of forgot about Alex and Michael's friendship, or Alex and Kyle's friendship, which made me sad because I love their friendship. Um, I also loved Alex and Maria. You see that a lot. Although that one starts, you don't see as much. I feel like after season two, like Alex hardly has any scenes with anyone except for Michael, I swear. Um, and then Maria and Liz. I like the trio between Alex, Maria, and Liz, and I really wish we got more of that. We hardly got that from even the beginning. Like the three of them were like close since childhood, but then you just hardly ever get any scenes of them. I think they could have been an amazing trio. We actually, got to see some scenes with them. The relation between Max, Isabel, and Michael's amazing. I love scenes with three of them and their sibling bond they have. I also liked Liz and Kyle's friendship. That was good. I think I like most friendships, honestly. Um, I like Michael and Maria's friendship. I mean, I know they got to a romantic relationship at one point, which I did not ship them, obviously, because I shipped Alex and Michael from the very beginning. But I do like the friendship they formed after season two when they were just clearly platonic because Michael was clearly in love with Alex. Um, and I like the relationship the three aliens form with Dallas, who is introduced in season three, and um, he's also an alien, and I really like that. Um, just all the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, so then there's romantic relationships uh, with so I like Liz and Max. Obviously, they were kind of the main ship. I mean, honestly, them and Malex were kind of the main ship. I mean, they both were like evident and clear that these two were meant to be since episode one. I think those are the only ships that were like, yes, these characters are meant to be from the very beginning. Um, and then I liked Dallas and Maria. I liked Greg and Maria too, but Dallas and Maria are good. And then there's Kyle and Isabel. I really like them. They were they're good. I'm really glad that they end up getting together. And then my favorite ship, obviously, is Alex and Michael. I love them. They had faced so many turmoils in the relationship. I swear they both had so many individual past traumas. Um, like Michael, he always felt like he didn't really belong there, so and when three of them were in an orphanage, Max and Isabel got adopted by the same people. Michael didn't. He went from foster home, eventually living in his truck. So he was alone. He had abandonment issues, trust issues, which caused a lot of problems. And then Alex, he was abused physically and mentally by his father and made made to feel like being gay was shameful and meant to feel like there was something wrong with him because of his father. So there's that. um, he deserves so much better. They both do, honestly. But so they both had like all this turmoil and inner demons that they had to face before they could really truly be in a relationship. Um, so in season two, they were clearly platonic, even though they still obviously had feelings for each other. But there were just no scenes where they got together, whether it was kiss or more, like you saw in season one. Because they needed to figure out themselves before they could be in that relationship. Um, Michael was with Maria for most of that season, and then um, Alex ends up having a small thing with Forrest at the end of season two and beginning of season three. So uh, and I just have to say, I love the song "Would You Come Home." I'm obsessed. I listen to it on Spotify. I listen to the scene on YouTube constantly. I'm obsessed with it. That song is amazing, and the way Michael and Alex look at each other, oh, I'm in love with their love. But yeah. So and then early season three or middle season three. I think it's more in the middle because there's only like 13 episodes. And I think it was episode 8. But they finally kiss, and I was so excited, and it was just such a sweet scene. I love that scene. Um, I love so many of their scenes, honestly. But they, and after that, they were together, and uh, I, at the end of season 3, they end up walking down Main Street holding hands. It was their first time doing that, being out and proud and happy about the relationship. And it was just such a big step. And at the beginning of season 4, they move in together, which was another big step. And at the end, they got engaged and married, which was the biggest step. But I was so happy for them. But yeah, I mean, I love them so much, and I'm currently making edits for them, so you'll see those eventually. Um, and they're just I'm obsessed with them. But I mean, their story and their scenes, and it's clear how much they love each other. And I mean, even when they were apart, it was so clear and evident that they loved each other, but they just had so much trauma and inner demons that it took them a while to get to that place. Um, but once they did, they were happy together. And yeah, they both still had issues they had faced inside, but those inner demons were still there. Obviously, you can't just kill those inner demons and have it be gone and easy. But it was never it. Their inner demons never made it an issue for them to be together anymore. Like when they were gonna move in, Michael had worries. He was just so afraid of screwing things up um, because of his past. And yeah, but they I'm so obsessed with them. I mean, I can't even begin to explain it. They their scenes, their love, the way they look at each other, and the way they are so gentle with each other. And I have to point out, this just came to mind. In season 1, there's a scene where Isabel says to Michael, "Is there really no one?" I think it was like at the very beginning, like episode 2, or something like that. But Isabel's like, "Is there really no one you would risk everything to save?" And then after that, you can see Michael look at Alex, who was across the bar, and then in season 2, he does like he Alex gets kidnapped, and then there's like you see Michael the entire episode going crazy, trying to track him down, trying to find him and make sure he's okay. And when he does find him on the end of the episode after that, the relief on Michael's face, like he had gone insane and he had agreed to help these people who hate aliens, agreed to help these people who want to destroy so many lives just to save Alex. And it was just so sweet, and you could see how terrified he was and scared that what could happen to him. And but he even left Alex chained up because he wanted Alex to stay away from there, especially after what they found out, because uh they had created a bomb to kill a bunch of people to blame it on the aliens, but Liz's mom, who was working with uh Alex's dad, switched it so that when the bomb went off, it would kill all of Jesse's DNA, which includes all of his kids. So Michael wanted to keep Alex there so that he wouldn't, uh, get killed. But of course, Alex found a way out, and I love that scene when uh, Alex confronts Jesse, and then after the confrontation, Michael runs up, like, "Alex, I beg you to stay away." And then Jesse pulls a gun on him, and the fear in both their eyes is just. I also love Greg in that because it's like when you first meet Greg, he tells Alex that Alex has like 3 brothers. One of them is only mentioned like once, and you never see him. And then Flint helps Jesse a lot, so he's obviously a lot like Jesse, but Greg isn't. And he tells Alex he wishes he had offended him more with Nick growing up, and then here that's exactly what he does. He steps in front of the gun because he doesn't care what Michael is. He just cares that about what he means to Alex, and he even goes as far as shooting his own father, killing him to protect Alex, which is just so sweet. And I feel like Alex never really had that. I mean, the only person in his entire life that had defended him from his father was Michael when they were 17, which was at a great cost for Michael. And Alex always felt guilty about that. That's another thing. I mean, Alex, he has such a good heart. He feels it's like he has the weight of the world on his shoulder. He feels so guilty for things that was beyond his control, like what Jesse did to Michael with his hand, or um, with what his ancestors did, like that scene in season 2 when Alex and Michael were talking about what they found out about Alex's ancestors and Michael's ancestors, and um, uh, I don't remember what Alex says, but he says something, and then Michael was like, "It wasn't you," and it's like Michael never blamed Alex for anything, but Alex always blamed himself, part of his past trauma. This video is gonna end up being really long because I just got very ranty about Malex. I knew this was gonna happen, and it turned out not to be a spoiler-free video either. I'm not really surprised because I started fangirling and ranting about Malex because I love them. But I'm gonna try to wrap this up because yeah. But season 4, Alex was hardly on sadly because Tyler Blackburn he had some mental and health issues, so they did the storyline where he went missing, and I love the scene when Michael finds out and he yells at Maria and Rosa, and then when he um punches Alex, and then he tries to find Alex, or punches Max, and then when he tries to find Alex, and when Alex plays "Would You Come Home" through like his spirit, like whatever. I don't know how to explain that, but and then the tears in Michael's eyes, and then how, because before Alex left, Michael had used a piece of his alien console to create these two like necklaces, one for um Michael and one for Alex, so that they would always find their way back to each other, and that their necklaces is what helped Michael find Alex. And the scene when he tried to jump into the sinkhole where Alex was, and Max stopped him, and he was like, "I have to help him." Oh, just I love it. I love everything about it. But it turned out to be happy. I mean, Alex did almost die. My only issue is I wish we got to see there's a few things I wish we got to see. I know they were wrapped up with like time and everything, but I wish we got to see Alex being healed because he was dying, and then they got there, but then so much happened, and then they mentioned Alex being healed, but we didn't get to see it. I really wanted to see Alex being healed from his time on Oasis, and Michael being the worry fiance he is, and hovering over Kyle, and I think we were deprived of that scene. Like I need that scene. But but they got married, and that's all that counts. That all that matters. They got married. I'm so happy. I still think we need a season 5 though, like seriously. But I did love what we got, and I'm very happy with everything. And I'm so Malex obsessed, and this obsession's not dying down, so I don't think it ever will. I'm Malex obsessed now. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment if you've seen Roswell, New Mexico, if you're as obsessed with Malex as I am. And I'll talk to you guys later.